Why are you looking for a lawyer to fight City Hall?
Well, we had this surprise attack by the mayor back in December, and none of us were expecting it. Even the candidates who ran for his party had no idea that this was coming, that he was going to seek to abolish the park board. So we immediately fell into gear, and there's a whole lot of strategies that we've got into play, and one of them that people have been constantly asking for is a legal strategy. So what we're doing tonight is just part of this overall strategy we have to fight the mayor on this issue. And the legal strategy, it's very narrowly focused, and it's just a question of whether or not the mayor's within his jurisdiction to be asking for the abolishment of the park board.
And who are you looking to pay for this?
So the park board has the money now. So over time, from time to time in history, the park board has had to retain its own legal counsel in the past. So the most recent time was back in 2015 under Chair John Cooper, and there was prior to that in the early 2000s we had to retain legal counsel. So sometimes you get these sticky problems where you need to get legal counsel.
And do you think you have a chance of winning this case?
Oh, well, of course. So I'm a lawyer, but and informally with other lawyers, they say, look, you have a decent case, you just need to bring it. But the legal case is a small part of this, Amy. It's the political case is the bigger one that we're making in Victoria, because that's where the final decision has to be made. It's the legislation that sets up the park board. That's we're encouraging people to communicate with Premier Eby and let him know that an elected park board, we've built over 135 years. We've built these iconic parks here in Vancouver together with the people of Vancouver, and that's the main issue here. The legal motion is a small part of it, but we think we can win that too.
Do you think it's unconstitutional by Mayor Sim to try to abolish the park board? I'm
a lawyer, so I need to be a little careful. I mean, there are constitutional arguments against it. The bigger issue is the jurisdiction of the city. The city is allowed to run the city, but if the mayor told you that he was going to take over Richmond City Council, you'd be like, wait a second, you have no authority to abolish an elected body where, just 14 months ago, 170,000 people came out to vote for the park board commissioners. And I didn't get all those votes, but I got enough of them that I'm now a commissioner. So you can't just stroke that away with a pen and say, oh, David Eby, please make them go away. That's just not going to happen.
What have you been hearing from Vancouver residents and maybe former park board commissioners?
We have a fantastic group has come together, 30 former commissioners of all different political parties. And these people, some of them famously have not spoken for years and years due to hostility at the park board. But when it came time to support the existence of the park board, they've all showed up. And so we're all across the spectrum getting a ton of support from all people who understand why the park board exists. So that's been a ton of fun to be part of that. I actually, not particularly politically close to John Cooper, but I gave him a hug last week at one of the big events that we held. So it's...
Sometimes you just got to hug somebody.
I want to thank Mayor Sim for bringing us all together around
there
that.
You go. You're united on that front.